Hi there, this is Travis Bart with TSS Accounting. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. We are launching our new YouTube channel for how to utilize QuickBooks and maximize it. Um, so you can gain QuickBooks tips here and there. And we also like having suggestions sent to us on what you would like to learn. We welcome them. We do read them all and respond accordingly. If you want an email suggestion, you can send it to Travis W. Bart at gmail.com, or simply just comment to the email. We do read them, or I mean to the video. We do read all suggestions, and this video I'm going to be walking through accounts receivable, how to create estimates and invoices, how to receive a payment, record the deposit, issuing credits and refunds, as well as running the receivables reports. So let's get it started here. We're in the home screen. If you do not have this up, you can click the home on the left side, expand this over, click home, brings this screen up. So we're going to start off with estimates. See right here, we're going to create an estimate. Let's say we want to use the customer. Let's use Mark Bowman. And here I'm tabbing between the fields. I'm not going to get too much into detail about how the invoice is laid out. That's a whole nother topic, which if you want to suggest, or I'd be glad to show it. So actually the only thing up here that we're going to change is the date, 7/21 of 2017. Estimate number can stay. So go down to the items, and let's say they want blueprints. Let's say they need a quantity of 2 of them at $175 a piece for a total of $350. We can go ahead and save this estimate here. Let's see. Say we want to create an invoice. Now, when we type in Mark Bowman, it prompts us that there is an estimate already in there. We want to select it, say yes, click on it, and then say OK. And then here's where it's for 100% of, you can choose for 100% of the whole estimate, a percentage of the whole estimate, or line item by line item percentage for each line item. For this one, we're just going to do 100% of the whole estimate and say OK. There we go. Pulled all that stuff from the estimate into the invoice module, and it keeps the estimate in there. So everything looks good. You can say save and close. Oh, I did not change that date. Customer center, and a sample company file. Here we go, Mark Bowman. Yes, not the estimate, the invoice. Here's the invoice. We want to do the invoice for the same date. It doesn't have to be, but for this purpose, since it is July 21st, I'm going to use that date. Now I'm going to save it. Now that estimate is completed and it's converted to an invoice, we got our right dates. Let's go ahead and receive a payment against that. Let's get out of the customer center. So you can go to customers, receive payments, or I'm going to show you another way to get to this same screen right from the home screen on the map here. Just click receive payments right here. Start typing in. You can do the drop down and go down to him, or you can just start typing in BAU. There's Mark Bowman. Those are our customer from the invoice. As soon as he's selected, even though it's not partially green, you can hit tab, goes to the next field. Let's say he paid $350, which was the full balance on let's say 7/21/17, and these are all usually different dates. That from the time you create an estimate, an invoice, and receive a payment, they're usually three, most cases, three different dates. Check 1, 2, 3, 4 is a random check number to throw in there. Everything looks good. You can go ahead and save and close. Now let's go record that as a deposit. You can go here, make deposits, or there's also another button on the home screen that'll take you to the same thing, record deposits. Here was our deposit, our check received right here on 7/21. Say OK. Date this to 7/21/17, and everything looks good. It threw over the check and check number. You can say save and close. Oh, and make sure you get, sometimes there's more than one checking account that gets deposited to. Make sure the correct bank account is selected. Select that, save and close. And let's say we want to issue a credit for that. Let's go up to customer center. Go to that customer. Here's the invoice. Double click on it. Let's see, refund or credit right here. Click on this. Take you over to this screen. There we go. It's all looks correct, or you can change it to the whatever amount if it was a partial refund. Say save and close. Here's give as available credit to apply to future invoices. Down here is apply to an already existing invoice to kind of wash things out. And this is give as a refund, where you cut them a check. We're going to do give a refund. But first, we need to make sure our date is correct in here. See, I went back to the invoice right here, 1103. Refund. Let's see, 7/21/17. Oh. And then Save and close. Give as a refund. There we go. It's a correct bank account right there. So it goes up in the check queue. Mark Bowman. $21.17, and to be printed so that it's actually in the check queue and not just recorded in the register only. Everything's good. Say OK. Exit out of this and the customer center. So file, print forms and checks, and there's the one. Unselect the other one out of this account, checking. Make sure the correct check number is selected. Say OK. And then it's thinking. The computer's thinking here. This should take us to our voucher screen. Most companies use a full page 3-section check, 1 check per page. That's just your preference. It's a standard 3 checks to a page, and wallet size checks. And make sure you have the printer selected and everything. But for the purposes of this, I'm not going to go ahead and print anything. I'm just going to X out of this. And it still is in the queue because I did not print anything. That's okay. And let's say say we wanted to give somebody, that same customer, let's say, stick with Mark Bowman. Looks like it's his home remodel job. Say we want to refund and credit. Save and close. This time we're going to apply to available credit. Retain it as an available credit, I mean. Whenever we save to invoices, it'll prompt us if we want to apply the credit to it. Say OK. Okay. So now, let's go create an invoice for that customer. Mark Bowman. Oh, maybe just select this job there. Home remodel. We'll just leave that date there because it's a future invoice. Let's see, some plumbing work. Say 1 hour. Alright, $100 an hour. Save and close. Should be asking if we want to apply it, but oh, I know why. Uh, go back into the invoice. Apply credits. So you got that, uncheck it. So of the 16,500, we'll leave 16,400 remaining. Say done once it's checked. And even though we didn't go ahead and receive payment for this, it says paid because we applied the credit from that large invoice. And let's say if just pick a customer that has a balance. Let's look at this remodel up here for Robert. Do the other selection that was available for the refund credits. There's an invoice, refund and credit. Save and close. See, apply to an invoice, and this will prompt us to already pick which invoice to apply it to. But you know what? That was the only one that there was. So it'll just have to be used on future invoices. But I think you get the gist of it. So let's go look at some aging payables reports. Come up to the report menu right here. See customers and receivables. AR aging summary. This comes up. It always breaks it up into 30-day increments. And then a total for each column. Current is, it's not due yet. It's not overdue. It's to be due by a certain date. There it is. Total receivable balance of $56,925.93, and so that's kind of like a summary snapshot. Let's look at the detailed one. Not company and financial, but customers and receivables, that is. AR aging detail. And it just sorts out. Before it was in columns by number of days. Here's the amount for that column. There happened to have not been any in the other columns in that report we were looking at. Everything was in that first column. But it would show exactly how many days past due each little line item is. So that way, if you might want to know, so that your boss might want to know which specific invoices were how long out, instead of just like for a general time span. So that wraps up the receivables. And please, if you do not feel like you're informed enough, please ask questions. Send me an email. Reply to this video. And again, my email is traviswbart@gmail.com. And thanks everyone for taking the time to watch. Have yourselves a nice day.